Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're jumping straight into a high-stakes production scenario that every machine learning engineer dreads. We're looking at exactly what happens when the model you just shipped breaks.
You did everything right. Seriously, you did. Think about it. The model passed every single validation gate. It hit its accuracy target perfectly, and it cleared all of its behavioral tests with flying colors right before deployment. So, naturally, you felt confident and you deployed it.
But then, exactly 20 minutes later, the alarms start going off. Out of nowhere, latency is spiking across the board. And your predictions? They're starting to look subtly, just strangely wrong. Usually it's because of some bizarre, completely untested traffic pattern that nobody even thought to account for. Now, the clock is ticking.
What happens in the next 60 seconds literally decides everything. Those next few moments determine whether you're dealing with a minor, totally forgettable blip, or a full-blown, all-hands-on-deck incident. Okay, let's dive into this. The only real answer to this nightmare scenario is a rollback. But here's the absolutely critical and honestly often overlooked part. A rollback only works if it was intricately designed into your system before things broke. You simply cannot invent it during an outage. There are two main strategies that make this possible.
The first is a blue-green deployment. In this setup, two identical environments are running at the exact same time. Blue serves your live production traffic, while green quietly hosts the new model. If green misbehaves in any way, your load balancer just switches traffic back to blue, instantly. Nothing crashes mid-request, and why? Because blue literally never stopped running.
The second major strategy is a canary deployment. Instead of a full switch, the new model starts by getting only a tiny slice of traffic, say 5 or maybe 10%. All the while, monitoring tools are actively comparing its behavior against the existing model. If the canary's metrics degrade even a little bit, it gets killed and every user routes straight back to the stable version.
Now there is one golden rule that both of these strategies absolutely depend on. The previous model has to stay warm, and it has to stay ready to serve. It absolutely cannot be archived somewhere cold.
Because think about it. If your version of a rollback means slowly reloading model weights from storage, spending time spinning up entirely new containers, and completely rebuilding your serving infrastructure from scratch, well, that's not really a rollback. That's a slow recovery. And your users, they're sitting there entirely exposed to a broken experience the entire time it takes for you to fix it.
Think of it like theater. The lead performer doesn't leave the building the absolute moment the understudy takes the stage. No way. They stay suited up right there in the wings for the whole show, ready to step back in instantly if something goes wrong. There's no costume change, there's no delay, and absolutely no scramble.
And that is exactly why the model registry is built to keep at least one previous production version deployment ready at all times, permanently. Your validation gates are your shields, right? They catch most problems before launch ever happens. But rollback? Rollback exists purely for those inevitable anomalies that just slip through anyway.
So what does this all mean? It leaves us with one overarching question. What is the absolute best rollback plan? The best rollback plan is the one you never actually have to think about because it's already running quietly in the background, just waiting.